Okay. That hit? Oh, that's it. Go.
Oh.
Alright, so Emery's in control. This is actually, I feel like this is going to kill. Yeah,
Yeah, he has meter.
Yeah, it's going to kill.
You gonna let it go? Yeah, he's gonna let it rip.
But it's not looking good right now. He's getting hit. Ace bad. There it is. And Rikuto wins, and he does a backflip.
Guaranteed. Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, this is gonna kill.
So for the
Wow.
purpose of this breakdown slash tutorial, we are going to be playing against a lightweight character because essentially everything's going to work on a midweight. Midweight will work on a lightweight as well, especially for the stuff that I'm trying to show you guys. So we'll pick Kasumi. Kasumi's a good candidate. So we're going to go to the Chamber of Potential because it's the Chamber of Potential. What's going on, guys? This is my live Hayate breakdown. I was going to do one off stream, but I wanted to do this live. Figured it'd be a lot better to interact with you guys as well. So this is not going to be super crazy detail because this is on stream, but I am going to go into a detail about a lot of stuff here. A little background on me as a Hayate main. I've been maining Hayate since Dead or Alive 3. He was the first character that I played with in DOA 3. Even though I played DOA previous to that, I played DOA 2 first. That was my first ever game. I played with Ein. I've been playing Hayate ever since, so that leaves me with pretty much, 20 years of experience with the character. I've been playing Hayate for a very long time. Wasn't super good with him at first, but I've been playing the character for a long time nonetheless. So, first and foremost, Hayate is a character that excels mostly from long range to mid range. He is one of the only characters in the game that can excel from all different ranges and play well up close, mid-screen and long range. So I can very well play out here. I can very well play right here, and I can very well play in your face because I have the tools to be able to do so, okay? So with that said, the reason why I have the ability to do that is most characters that can play different ranges are usually lacking in some category. He's not really lacking in any category. The only place that Hayate lacks slightly when you're playing him close is his ability to use his string manipulation. He doesn't really have a lot of string manipulation. He only has a few strings, and most of the strings that he has are kind of obsolete. Like punch down kick is a low ender, punch kick is a high ender. So you can literally duck and get avoid both of those strings at once. I also have punch forward punch. I've got my charge punches. Now we're gonna get into that stuff later because that stuff is really important. But either way, Hayate excels mostly from long to mid range, but he can play all three ranges comfortably because he's moderately fast. He's not slow and he's not fast as well. It's kind of in the middle. He's got a 10 frame jab, and he has a 12 frame forward punch. Now the good thing about his 12 frame forward punch is that it deals 18 damage. So one thing that people don't know about frame data in this game and like the properties of the moves. So for example, with Emery Reigns, she has a 12 frame forward punch, but it does 17 damage. My 18 damage 12 frame forward punch is going to beat hers if we're at 0. So let's just say I do my 14 frame down punch and it leaves me at 0 advantage. If I do my forward punch against her forward punch at 0, I'm going to stun her because of the damage output. I'm beating her forward punch by 1 damage instead of beating it by 1 frame. You know what I mean? So there's two things you have to take into account there. So he excels pretty much in every area on the screen. The only thing about Hayate that sucks is, and I think Hayate is the perfect character. I think Hayate is the perfect character because not only can he play all ranges, he's got a good mix of damage, he's got a good mix of range, he's got a good mix of playing up close. He's moderately safe, depending on what character you're fighting against. So most Hayate players, when they're playing up close, they're going to tend to go for forward punch kick a lot. So forward punch kick is a 12 frame mid punch followed up by a 13 frame mid kick, and the mid kick tracks. The best thing about this string, I'll show you guys right now. Best thing about his forward punch kick here, throw. I believe it's standing throw 1. Let me see, just to make sure it's a forward grab. Okay. So the best thing about Hayate's forward punch kick, well, she's got a, I'm sorry, I did it wrong. Bam, reaction, perfect. So this move is -7. So unless you're a grappler character, you cannot guaranteed grab this move. So what that means is on block, it's completely safe unless I'm going against a grappler character. You can attempt to neutral throw it, but remember, neutral throws can be broken and they're not guaranteed damage. So I can go like this, and that's what we call a fuzzy guard. I made a tutorial on that. You guys can check that out. And again, I'm avoiding the grab mix-up, and I'm avoiding the strike mix-up. So if she does a forward punch after that, I'm going to avoid the mid-punch because my character is in an animation where he's going to be blocking and also ducking pretty much at the same time. So with that move, it's one of his best moves because it's safe and because it tracks and it's a mid kick. So it's good for wall splats. It has really good range on it. As you can see, I'm hitting her from like here with this move. It has really good range on it. The range on that move is really good. The only thing about that string is that against grappler characters have, obviously you guys know they have 6 frame forward grabs. You only need that 1 frame in between in order to successfully throw punish something. So any character with a 6 frame forward grab, Lisa, Hayabusa, Tina, grappler characters, it sucks against them because they get that guaranteed damage on him no matter what. So that takes away one of my main tools when I'm playing up close with Hayate. And then, you know, this is already unsafe anyway. I can't fuzzy guard that. So, like, if I'm playing against somebody up close, I'm going to be poking with stuff like this. And the messed up part about that move is, again, it's -7, 6 frame forward grab can beat that move no matter what. So, the only weakness I would say Hayate has in this game, his #1 main weakness is Hayabusa. Because Hayabusa is doing what Hayate is doing, but with grappler speed attacks. Okay, he has a 10 frame jab with grappler speeds. I mean, he has a 10 frame jab and he's got a 6 frame fucking forward throw, 4 frame neutral throw. It's really annoying to deal with because he can do what I'm doing, but just better. So, yeah, Hayabusa really, that's his main weakness in this game. It's not that he loses the grapplers, it's that he loses the fucking Hayabusa really badly. And the only other weakness I say he has is just him being a legacy character. You know, like with Tekken, you got your legacy characters like Kazuya and characters that really don't change too much over the years. Hayate is one of those characters. Hayabusa, on the other hand, changes every single iteration of the game. He's damn near different every single time, and he always takes advantage of the meta the best. Hayate, on the other hand, has been doing the same shit since the beginning of time. So that's the main thing that he struggles with. If you know the Hayate matchup, then you already know what he's going to be able to do to you. You already know that he can only come in with a cartwheel. You already know that he can only come in with a forward punch. You already know he can only come in with a quarter circle back punch. So these attacks are all choreographed because people know the matchup. They usually won't get hit by them from mid-screen. So that's when you have to literally start mixing people up with running and grab and running and forward punch. That's the best it's going to get because no one that's really super good at this game is going to get hit by a lot of this stuff. Another one of Hayate's main strengths that he has in this game is the fact that he has a special sidestep. Now, you guys know the sidestep was nerfed. You guys know the sidestep is not as good as it once was because you need a quarter bar of your meter in order to do a sidestep attack. Hayate is still able to do a sidestep attack without having to use meter. So think about that. Even though the sidestep is not as effective as the new sidestep they implemented, I can still do a sidestep attack without using a meter. I need meter to do the sidestep attack in this game. DOA 5 I didn't. But in this game, I still have the ability to do an attack after my sidestep. And Hayate's, this move is done by doing a P plus K punch or a 2P plus K punch. This move, the sidestep itself, this is automatically more evasive than the traditional sidestep in DOA 5. So that's why you would always see Hayate players doing this instead because it was way more evasive and it's quicker. Another thing about that sidestep is, again, you don't need the meter. So it's really good that Hayate still has the ability to sidestep attack without the meter. The main way that Hayate is different in this game is that they changed a lot of his B&B combos. Hayate is still pretty much the same character, except the combos you're going to be using with him changed drastically. So, you know, not hypothetically, but in DOA 5, you would do something like this. As you can see, that doesn't work anymore. You would do this, and then you would go for this to end the combo. Or you would do a quick launch, and you would just do forward punch kick. Because of the fact that there's a stun launch that gives you a high-ass launch in this game, usually you're not going to be seeing a lot of forward punch kicks anymore because off of every launch, pretty much, you can go into stuff like this now. And you're going to get more damage off it, you know what I mean? So, I think you can get this on midweight. On lightweight, yeah, he gets that on lightweight. So, a lot of his combos are really depending on these teleports. People confuse these teleports and they think that they're just frames. There's nothing hard about doing these. It's all practice. They're not just frames like phase 4s. They're teleports, but they're not just frames. Another thing, Hayate can only teleport. I mean, he can only do these teleports on hit. He cannot do these teleports on whiff or on block, as you can see. He needs to hit you in order to do them. So that's the main difference between like his teleport and phase 4, because he cannot leave the screen unless he's hitting you successfully on hit. But other than that, Hayate is very similar. In DOA 5, on this last part, once I get it, in DOA 5, the last part of this grab, he used to do a flip and then kick you in the chest. They took that completely out, and I don't know why. There it is. So as you can see, he lands on her chest and backflips, and then he doesn't do the next part of the kick. What the fuck is that? Why would they do that to his Rising? So either way, that was a change that kind of pissed a couple people off. But other than that, Hayate really didn't change much. He can teleport on hit off of if he does his feint. So you have to do the feint first if you want to do it on hit. So I could have teleported after that. Also, you can teleport and go whatever way you want. Be careful with this though, because it's very buggy. If you're in the corner, go towards the wall. Because if you do it out in the open, if you try to do this, you're gonna whiff every single time. I'll show you right now. Do not use this teleport out in the open or in the corner if you want to try to go somewhere else. So you want to do that. You never want to turn with it, because if you try to turn with it, well, it'll work if I do it that way. You can't do it the opposite way. So as you can see, he's going to go off axis every time you're going to fuck your combo up. Never take them away from the wall anyway, because you want that extra 10 points of damage for the wall splat. Another big difference with Hayate in this game is his 3H plus K cartwheel. This move was changed because before this move actually wasn't like this since DOA 3. In DOA 3, Hayate used to do this cartwheel and it would leave the opponent face down on the floor. In this game, they just recently changed it so that you cannot get a stun off of it, but it is a 3-in-1. So if I hit you with the cartwheel, this is all guaranteed. I get 45 points of damage for free. Personally, it was a nerf for me because I liked getting my stun, but nonetheless, you can still get a pseudo tech setup right there now. So you get the pseudo tech setup off of this, and then you can actually do something to tech him up. But either way, you get a pseudo tech setup off of that if you can time it, and then this is all guaranteed, which means the only other thing I hate about it is the fact that the wall splat, once I hit you with the cartwheel, you're hit. You cannot stun or launch or relaunch on the wall again. Okay, so let's get into the meaty stuff here. So, a couple of more advanced things that I'm gonna let you guys know. On counter hit, I'm gonna put it on reaction, defensive hold, high hold, and then critical hold, fastest, critical hold type high. All right, so as you can see, that's as fast as she can hold. If I hit you with jab on the high counter, my punch kick is guaranteed. You cannot counter that kick. However, you can counter the follow-up. You can counter the follow-up kick. See that? But you cannot counter those two initial hits. Again, this is uncounterable because it's a 3-in-1 now. Another thing is, Hayate's 9 PP as well. That is a natural combo, which means you cannot hold the follow-up. So the reason why that's good is because I can have you here to the wall. Well, he didn't launch. I can have you right here to the wall, and then I can do 9 PP, and then I can go into a combo. Another one of Hayate's natural combos in this game is 1 PP. That's like a traditional thing. They gave Christie 1 PK. They gave Hayabusa down back punch, down back kick. They gave Hayate 1 PP on counter hit. High counter, if someone tried to throw you, they can counter the mid punch. But on counter hit, which means if you hit them while they're at disadvantage and they try to hit a button or something like that, or if you just beat them to the punch, 1 PP, that mid punch is guaranteed, which leaves you open for guaranteed wall splats. That's guaranteed if I hit you on counter hit with that near the wall. Hayate's back kick, forward kick, and stun. Well, let me make her hold first. That is guaranteed if you do this in stun. If you do it on hit, on counter hit, or on hit in general, I think if you do it on hit too, it shouldn't. Let me take it off a counter hit. Hold on. So yeah, if you do this in stun, they cannot hold that. That is a 2-in-1. You get a guaranteed launcher off of that. And on lightweights, you can get a pretty good combo. Alright, so let's go over some of Hayate's best normals and some of his best moves to use from different ranges. I'm going to put them on guard so I can show you guys the advantage on guard. Alright, so Hayate has some of the best guard breaks in the game. Seriously, some of the best. And he has a lot of moves that give him frame advantage. So we'll start with quarter circle back kick. Quarter circle back kick is +2 on block. It's a mid kick. It's 32 frames, but it's really good to set up, especially when you're like right here on tip range. You can get it to be +3. So if you're like playing somebody in like mid screen space neutral, and you just throw one of these out there, you can get +2 to +3. That leads me into doing forward punch kick. I can go into a grab mix up because I think you might not hit a button. Hayate has a lot of moves to give him frame advantage. So quarter circle back kick can be +2 to 3. Hayate also has his 9 PP fully charged. So again, 9 PP on block by itself is -11 throw punishment. But if you charge it, you are +3. Sidestepping will destroy this, but luckily sidestepping was nerfed. So as soon as I do this to you, you're going to waste your meter or hold this because there's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to get +3 every single time. His forward punch fully charged, so you can do it this as well. Same exact move. So anytime you see Hayate finish his guard break with an elbow like this, it's always going to be that same exact guard break. So again, you can do forward punch, get frame advantage that way. 9 PP, same guard break. He can also do it off of his punch, 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 fully charged. So here it is with this one. Again, he's doing the elbow. He's getting that +3. The next one he has is 6-6 P plus K forward. So if I do 6-6 P plus K, or I'm sorry, 6-6 P plus K fully charged, again, he's giving the elbow out there and it's +3. So those are just some of the mini guard breaks that Hayate has. From Hayate's wind dash is 6P plus K, or his, you can do it off of 6P plus K, you can do it off a punch plus down kick into the wind dash by hitting forward. You can do 6P plus K and get this. This is one of my favorite guard breaks. It's +7, but you can make this one up to +9 from tip range. As you can see, I got +8 that time. You got wind dash punch +7, you can make it +9. What else has he got? Oh, quarter circle forward kick. You can make this one +2 if you're doing it from tip range. This is another one of my favorite guard breaks because it's very quick. It's 20 frames. You can get it to be +2 if you do it from tip range. This is a really good guard break to do if you get your opponent in the corner. Because once the back is to the wall, like, they have to make a decision right there. Again, Kasumi's an 11 frame mid character, 9 frame jab character. So my jab becomes 9, and then we're going to trade at that point. So you have to be very careful what you're doing against these faster characters. Yeah, there it is, +2. Another one of Hayate's guard breaks he has is going to be back punch P plus K. So this move was changed in this game. This used to be Hayate's back punch forward punch in DOA 5. They changed the input because they wanted to make the wind dash input easier for people. You used to have to do P plus K to do the wind dash in DOA 5. They made it so you just hit forward. So back punch P plus K is +3. You can make this one +4 as well. Again, it's another one that's kind of hard to do. But again, you're not even going to... Yeah, there it is, +4. So this one is good too. Don't use this one too much. I try not to use it because it's very choreographed. But again, as you can see, Hayate has a lot of guard breaks. And then after you guard break somebody, you can keep pressure by going into another guard break. You know what I mean? You can do this. You can go into it again, bait them. You can go into the wind dash again and go for a throw. And of course, you can always just do a 4-4 punch. Anything like that. You're +7 off of this. Very fast guard break for it to be +7. Especially because it's out of his stance. He has a grab mix-up, mid-kick mix-up, mid-punch mix-up. Now that we covered the guard breaks, let me show you guys some of his best normals you're going to be using. Along with his guard breaks, you want to use his guard breaks a lot because that's Hayate's specialty. From like full screen, you have a couple of options. You can actually get in from damn near full screen with the wind dash. This is one of my favorite things to do with him, which I don't see a lot of Hayate players use. You close a lot of space with his back punch. As you can see, his back punch is pushing him a couple of inches forward. Instead of just doing the wind dash, you can use back punch to get in even further and get closer to your opponent. So from right here, traditionally, I wouldn't be able to reach, right? But if I throw that back punch in there, I'm right in your face all day. So you'll see me throw this out there from like full screen and be like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm getting all the way across the screen just because I'm doing back punch first. Pretty much all the way across the screen, I'm like 2 inches away from you. I can be like right here and hit you. And I have the kick mix up too. So again, from your like full screen, you can use his back punch to get in because you can go into the wind dash. And remember, you have other options like the throw and the kick. You also have his other guard breaks you can use. So you can whiff and go into a guard break. So like right here, I'll do some shit like this. I'll be mid-screen and I'll do a charge punch to get at you. So I'll whiff this move. I'll play with this move out in the open. You know what I mean? And then I'll just be like, all right, I'm coming in for my +3 and my +4. You know what I mean? Again, you got his quarter circle back kick. Cover so much ground, +4. Again, you have quarter circle forward kick. You can make a +2. All his guard breaks can be used to get in from mid and full screen. You know what I mean? Also, again, I'll use like 4-4 punch to get in. And also, out of Hayate's 4-4 punch, he can go into a sweep mix-up, which is very choreographed. People are good at D'ing that up. He has a regular punch. He has a mid kick that launches your opponent. If you get that forward punch on hit, go into the kick and you can get a guaranteed combo off of it. You can always just cancel it just to see what they're going to do because no one can react to everything. Look, you can delay the fuck out of the follow-ups of a forward punch. Literally, look at the delay on that shit. And again, you can see the animation from when he's done his 4-4 punch. You have all that time to do something. See that? You have all that time. All that time to do something. So 4-4 punch is a really good move. Wind dash punch, we already covered that one. His wind dash is good to use. Quarter circle back punch, another one. Quarter circle back punch is good. It covers a lot of ground and it has follow-ups. He has a low sweep mix-up out of it, and he has the mid-punch mix-up out of it. The good thing about this move, right, is that you can, I'll show you right now without even telling you. So you can use this move and go into his new teleport combos. This is new to DOA 5. You can DOA 6. You couldn't do this in DOA 5. And again, you can always just bait him to hold right there. So, yeah, those are going to be some of his best moves to use from, like, mid and far range. Up close, Hayate's got down punch is 14 frames and it's 0 on hit. So, 44 frames. I thought you were talking about an input. Hayate's down punch is 14 frames and it is 0 on hit. So, that's really good because I'm moderately quick. Against Kasumi, it sucks. Against a Hayate or a Hayabusa, you got some stuff you can work with. Down punch, forward punch, you know, it's still 12 frames. Down punch, 10 frame jab. You're literally making them react every time you do this to somebody. Alright, so down punch is good. Forward punch is good, again. Forward punch is good because it's 12 frames. 9P is good. Again, it's a natural combo. You got the back to the wall. You can combo them off the wall, stuff like that. Also, I forgot one move. Something I've been using a lot more in this game. Hayate's while rising 3P or full crouch 3P is really, really good. The reason why this move is really good is because it stuns on normal hit and because, again, it goes into this. So, and also he has a low sweep mix-up off it. So instead of, once somebody does this to you, you know he's either going to finish it or not. This happens so quick that you can use this string to get in with. And again, it's stunned on normal hit. So you can't go wrong with that. Another one of Hayate's good tools you can use up close is 1P. 1P is unsafe on hit, but no one is going to low grab that, like, unless they're literally fishing for that shit. He has a low kick mix-up off it. And again, on counter hit, that's guaranteed. You cannot counter that mid punch, it's guaranteed. And again, never go wrong with jabs up close. I can do my punch, charge punch up close, get that +3 or hit you. I can do punch, forward punch. His strings, his jab strings are pretty decent because you can bait people out. Punch grab is one of Hayate's strongest tools. Getting someone to hit a button on this is dangerous in this game because you can't stagger escape anymore. So I can do a 3P, I can get a jab. Punch kick is alright. Punch down kick is okay because you got the sweep mix up and the punch mix up. And you have some strings that you can use, but he's just very limited on what he can and can't do. So yeah, those are going to be the main moves you're going to be using from up close and far away. And there's obviously other stuff out there, but I'm just showing you guys the main ones that I use. So Hayate's tracking moves, let's talk about his tracking moves. You won't see too much sidestepping anymore, but before the patch, oh my god, dude. Before the patch, you literally had to just be doing back punch with Hayate, down back punch with Hayate. This, you had to be using a lot of Fatal Rush. So, Fatal Rush, Hayate gets a really crazy combo off of Fatal Rush. Well, he did before they changed it. But so if you catch somebody sidestep, you can do this. So every time you catch somebody sidestepping, midweights, you're gonna have to just end with the kicks, but you can do that on lightweights. 7P into 3 through K. Show you guys some of his B&B combos. I'm not going to show you guys the Danger Zone one because I don't feel like switching the stage. But so I did a lot of uncovering with Hayate's combos, and I came up with the ones that I found that do the most damage. Off of his Raijin, you cannot go wrong with 6K, 9K, KKK into dash up, course with a forward punch for 67 damage. The next runner-up for that, if you want to be a little more stylish, is that for 67 damage. They do the same exact damage, 67. Nothing else is going to do any more than that. You can't get anything else that's going to do more. This does 66 or 64. Yeah, so that was his max damage. If you wanted to be easy in DOA 5. Max damage is going to be the back kick, forward kick, Fatal Rush, cancel into up punch kick, or the traditional 6K, 9K, KK, dash up, course with forward punch for 67 damage. With the wall, off of his Rising grab, lightweights, it's a little easier to get this, but you won't really get this on midweights. It's like a hitbox issue, depending on what stance he's in. You're going to get 81 damage off of this. You won't really get any more than this, I don't think. 78, you won't get any more than that. That's like the max damage. So you do 3P into the back feint into the kick. And then you just do 9K, KKK into the course with the forward punch in the corner. Then on midweight, you can just do 9P and just do the 9KKK anyways. Because 3PK just whiffs for some reason. I don't know why. So out in the open, again, out in the open, if you get a stun, this is always going to be max damage. You cannot get more than a 76 is as good as it's going to get. You can try to go for this if you want to. 70, that's 6 points less. 76, yeah, so that works too, but why even take a chance of even doing that when you can literally just dash up and do forward punch? and get the same damage. There's no point in even trying to go for anything else. Yeah, as far as Hayate's B&B combos go, you really just want to use 9 KKK, Kurosaka forward punch whenever you can. And also you got the other B&B combos if you just want to get a quick combo off from DOA 5, it still works just the same. Hayate's feint is super, super good. The reason why this is good in this game is because since the change of the way you can stagger escape, because there's no stagger escape now. So, because there's no stagger escape, whenever you see that combo still chained, that means it's unescapable. You cannot get out of that. That's 100% guaranteed if they don't hold. His feint is dangerous because you can do this and then bait them out to hold right there. So, they have to hold. If you do Hayate's feint right here, they have to hold that shit. If they don't, every time they're getting hit by this. So that goes for if I do this, you have to hold. As soon as I feint you like that, you're either going to hold or you're not, and you're going to take a chance of getting hit by 50-50. Or I can always go like this, and then get some frame advantage and just go into a guard break, or, you know, something to give me frame advantage. So his feint's really good in this game. Let me show you guys what to do with Hayate near a wall. So I'll show you guys some of the damage you can get on counter hit in the corner. It's not going to work on her. There it is. So this is max damage right here. So that's 188 damage on counter hit. One more time. I'm in close stance now. It should work because I'm in close stance now. Yep. $190. You can get 190 in a corner on lightweight. So on midweight, you want to just go for the traditional kick ender. When you do a break blow cancel, guys, so like let's just say, so break blow cancel is really easy. If they have no meter, always wall splat with Kurosaka forward punch into the 3 PP combo. Again, you can do this off of this as well. If they have no meter, Hayate doesn't have a fatal stun. Traditionally, the meta is no meter means break blow cancel, sit down stun, close hit wall splat into a combo. Since Hayate has no fatal stun, he can't do that shit. He has to just go right for his wall splat combo. Another thing Hayate can do on the corner is, let me see if I can figure this out because I haven't tested this in a while. So close stance, you can go like this. Fuck, I fucked it up. But you can do stuff like that. If they have no meter, they have one chance to hold because after you do the splat where they hit the wall and they come back to their feet, they can hold after that. But if they don't hold and you get behind them, you can take their back and fuck them up. Yeah, what's his grabs? Hayate's got really good grabs. In DOA 5, this was a really good grab because in DOA 5, you can get this down punch off into this. That completely doesn't work anymore. You really honestly should never use 3-3 grab. That's giving you 77 damage. But if you're going to do a 10 frame grab, you might as well just do a Rising. Because this is giving me on, this is counter throw, so that's not even real. So if you're going to do a 10 frame grab and get 62 damage, you might as well go for Rising. And get 67. You know what I mean? There's no point in, like, that's 5 points of difference just for doing a grab. You know what I mean? Just two frame grab. No one's going to react to 2 frames anyway. Yeah, 3-3 grab is out pretty much. One of Hayate's 2 best go-to throws in this game is Rising grab, obviously for obvious reasons, because I can do all those combos and I can also finish the Zakkurye. Rising's good in this game, it does good damage. Zakkurye is good in this game because it gives you the wall splat. You can also do combos off of the first part of the Rising grab. The Rising grab is one of his best throws, but this is a very underrated throw. It's super good. You're +9 here because they're back turned. You get a guaranteed forward punch because it takes some time to turn around. So that's why you get the guaranteed forward punch. So off of forward grab, Kurosaka forward grab, and think about it. Kurosaka forward grab is 7 frames, okay? So off Kurosaka forward grab, I get a guaranteed backflip for 56 damage, right? Or I can get a guaranteed forward punch. So literally, the opportunities are endless off of this. So let's look at it. The reason why this is so good in this game is because there's no stagger escape anymore. You cannot stagger escape. So after this, that's guaranteed. Let me show you why that's so good. It's guaranteed because there's no stagger escape. Let me show you why this is godlike. This is godlike because if your back is to a wall and you don't counter high, every time you're getting fucked up. This is good because you can't get out of it, and this is a natural combo, so you can get that on the wall. Another thing you can do, which is the classic, you can do forward punch, delay forward punch, or forward punch, delay punch. This is really good because look at the stun it gives you. All you have to do is delay it a couple frames, and you get that gut stun every single time. What do you do from there? You can continue to stun. The best course of action after this is just to launch. Take your high launcher, take your mid kick launcher, or take your mid punch launcher. Don't even mess around with it. Just take your launcher. Don't even give them a chance to get out. So you got every option you could ever need right there. Mid punch, which is the delay punch, right? So here, that's the mid punch mix up. Here's the high punch mix up, right? What's the mid kick mix up? So this is dangerous. This is where the grab starts to get real fucking tricky. You can do this into the feint, right? So what if they don't counter this mid kick? Every single time, this is your damage no matter what. They have to hold that mid kick. So in the back of their head, they're like, fuck, I'm literally not able to get out of this because this man is able to just do all this stuff to me. I can turn him towards the wall. I can finish it early. I can turn him towards the wall. I can do anything I want. I can turn him back the other way. So you got the feint for the mid kick, the delay punch for the mid punch, and the 9P for the high. Literally, you got all three options. What if they're just getting lucky and countering? No problem. Go into the feint and fucking ride him. You know what I mean? So that's why Hayate's course before grab is so good in this game. So I hope you guys have learned something about Hayate. Again, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't cover just because I just don't have the time to do it right now. But I feel like this is a good foundation for you guys to get started with using Hayate if you haven't already. One of the bigger things that I wanted to say before I get off is that Hayate's back punch, not only is it a high crush, but it tracks. As you can see down there, it tracks. It has mix-ups going into his wind dash. And also it has a low mix-up, and it has a high mix-up. And he has the guard break mix-up, people's K off of it. So back punch is super good. It high crushes, it tracks, and it has follow-ups to it. So yeah, it's super good. One of his best moves that he has. 18 frames, you can't complain. It's one of the best moves in the game. It used to stun on normal hit, but Team Ninja said, fuck you. But yeah, that's going to do it for the tutorial, guys. Hope you guys learned something. If you guys have questions at all, please be sure to check this out on YouTube. Be sure to leave a comment if you guys have questions about Hayate, and I will see you guys next video, man. Peace.